Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Josh here with Work Save Bitcoin, the channel where we talk about protecting your time and energy by saving with Bitcoin, no matter your budget. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and inspiring stories in Bitcoin's history: how El Salvador, under the leadership of President Nayib Bukele, became the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender and transformed its economy in the process. Is this the blueprint for a new global financial system? Let's find out. El Salvador's challenges before Bitcoin. Before Bitcoin, El Salvador faced significant social and economic struggles. Debt crisis. By 2020, national debt had reached 95% of its GDP, making economic growth almost impossible. High crime rates. Gang violence made El Salvador one of the most dangerous countries in the world, stifling investment and community development. Brain drain. Over 1.6 million Salvadorans migrated abroad, leaving the country heavily reliant on remittances, 25% of its GDP, just to stay afloat. When President Bukele came to power in 2019, he vowed to turn the nation's fortunes around with bold reforms. His decision to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender was a defining moment in his mission to transform El Salvador into a hub of innovation and growth. Why El Salvador chose Bitcoin. In 2021, President Bukele made history by pushing for legislation to make Bitcoin legal tender. Here's why his administration took this bold step. Financial inclusion. 70% of Salvadorans lacked access to traditional banking services, and Bitcoin provides an alternative for the unbanked to participate in the economy. Lowering remittance costs. Remittances make up a quarter of El Salvador's GDP, using Bitcoin/fees, ensuring more money reached families directly. Attracting investment. Adopting Bitcoin sent a strong signal to the global tech and crypto communities, drawing foreign investment and innovation. President Bukele framed Bitcoin as a tool to give Salvadorans control over their money and to position the country as a leader in financial and technological innovation. The impact of Bitcoin adoption. El Salvador's decision to adopt Bitcoin has already shown tangible results. Bitcoin as a reserve asset, the government under Bukele's leadership holds 6,150 Bitcoin, valued at $600 million, with $150 million in unrealized gains. This accounts for 1.6% of the nation's GDP, a substantial reserve for a small country. Promising adoption rates. 8% of Salvadorans use Bitcoin for payments, a significant figure, especially considering the global adoption rate is far lower than that. If this level of adoption existed in larger economies like the US, Bitcoin would see massive growth. Tourism and economic growth. Tourism GDP increased from 11.1% in 2019 to 12.3% in 2023, with inbound visitors up 22% in the first half of 2024. These visitors created 36,000 new jobs, lowering unemployment to just 2.76%. Crime reduction. Under Bukele's administration, homicide rates dropped from 51 per 100,000 in 2018 to just 2.4 in 2023, making El Salvador one of the safest countries in Latin America. Bitcoin City and volcano bonds. Bukele's vision for Bitcoin City, a tax-free zone powered by geothermal energy and volcano bonds, which aim to fund development and further Bitcoin accumulation, demonstrates his long-term commitment to innovation. So, why does this matter for the world? El Salvador's success is a blueprint for financial independence and innovation. President Bukele's bold leadership challenges old systems of control from institutions like the IMF, which have historically resisted change. It's no coincidence that the IMF and the Biden administration were hostile to El Salvador's Bitcoin strategy. However, Trump's advisors see the potential in Bukele's vision, signaling a promising shift toward collaboration and growth. Bitcoin is proving that countries don't need to rely on centralized authorities to achieve prosperity. Instead, they can leverage decentralization, scarcity, and technology to empower their people and attract global investment. So, what do you think? Do you think El Salvador is paving the way for the future, or is this a strategy only smaller nations can replicate? Could you see Bitcoin playing a similar role in your country? And would you visit El Salvador to experience Bitcoin adoption firsthand? Thank you so much for watching. El Salvador's story is proof that bold decisions, like those made by President Bukele, can lead to remarkable transformations. Whether you're an individual or a nation, Bitcoin has the potential to be a game changer in your financial future. If you're ready to start your Bitcoin journey today, check out the referral links in the description. Fold is offering 20,000 sats for free when you make your first purchase with the Fold debit card. Strike simplifies buying and transferring Bitcoin, and Ledger helps you secure your Bitcoin for the long term. Got questions about El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment or anything else I covered today? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to help out. As always, stay humble and keep stacking sats. Together, let's work, save, and Bitcoin. See you in the next video.